In this video, we'll break down the third shot drive, fifth shot drop pattern, we'll explore when to use it as a transitional strategy, and we'll talk about modern pickleball built around earning the kitchen instead of forcing it. The farther a player stands behind the baseline, the harder it becomes to execute a precise drop into the kitchen. The distance demands more height and margin, and even well-intentioned drops can sit up and invite aggressive counters. When repeatedly dropping from deep court position, opponents often respond with forceful attacks that keep the serving team pinned back. In contrast, dropping from the transition zone is significantly easier. With less distance to cover and a closer target, the drop can be placed in the kitchen more consistently. Even beginners can dink effectively from the kitchen line because proximity reduces difficulty. The closer the contact point is to the kitchen, the higher the success rate of the drop. The drop, when executed correctly, is the most effective way to advance because it forces the opponent to let the ball bounce and make contact from below the net. That removes their ability to attack aggressively. The challenge lies in creating a situation where the drop can be hit from a more favorable court position rather than from deep behind the baseline. From behind the baseline, the drive is often the easier shot to execute. With space and time, players can load, step into the ball, and hit with pace. A well-struck drive makes it more difficult for opponents to keep the return deep. If the drive forces contact around chest height or, even better, below net height, the reply is typically shorter and lower. That shorter reply is the key. It moves the rally slightly inside the court and presents an opportunity to advance. Instead of expecting the drive to finish the point, it is used to manufacture a more manageable fifth shot. This is the foundation of the third shot drive, fifth shot drop pattern. The drive is hit first to produce a weaker, shorter response. Then, stepping forward, the fifth shot drop is executed from inside the court where the percentage is higher. With a successful drop, the player can transition fully to the kitchen line. When executed correctly, the serving team can move from baseline to kitchen in 2 shots. A common mistake occurs after hitting the initial drive. The adrenaline of striking the ball hard encourages players to continue driving again and again. However, once inside the court, the drive becomes lower percentage. As distance shortens, reaction time decreases. Additionally, contact often occurs from below net height with less margin to the baseline. Driving from this position requires hitting up on the ball with limited depth behind the opponent, increasing the risk of errors. If the player continues to drive from the transition zone, opponents with strong hands can punch the ball back down at the feet, extending the rally and creating more opportunities for counterattack. Instead of transitioning efficiently, the serving team may need 3, 4, or more shots to advance, each one carrying additional risk. Recognizing the shift in percentages is critical. After the initial drive produces a shorter reply, the drop becomes the higher percentages option. The drive has served its purpose. It is not meant to be the finishing blow unless a pop-up presents itself. If a pop-up occurs, attacking again is appropriate. But absent that opportunity, the drop is the smarter continuation. At higher levels, opponents are less affected by pace. Strong hands and quick reactions neutralize repeated drives. Simply hitting harder does not guarantee success. In fact, persistent driving often feeds into the strengths of advanced defenders who are comfortable countering from close range. The drive should therefore be viewed strictly as a transitional tool, no different in purpose from the third shot drop. Both are designed to help the serving team reach the kitchen line. The difference lies in court position and probability. From deep behind the baseline, the drive creates a better chance to step forward. From inside the court, the drop becomes the more efficient pathway to the net. The discipline required is strategic rather than emotional. It demands resisting the urge to continue swinging aggressively when conditions no longer favor it. The objective is not to win the rally from the baseline, but to earn the kitchen in the fewest controlled shots possible. The third shot drive, fifth shot drop pattern solves the common problem of being stuck behind the baseline. This pattern is not about choosing drive over drop. It is about sequencing them correctly so that each shot improves the next. When understood and applied consistently, it provides a reliable pathway from defense to position and from baseline to kitchen with clarity and control.